Welcome to another build order guide. My name is CrackedyHere, and today I will be bringing you a new build order guide for the Byzantines. This build order is going to be focused around a little bit of a mixture of things. So probably all of you at this point in time are familiar with the Mido build, or rather the overall strategy that Mido goes for when he plays the Byzantines, where he goes early on heavily onto stone to get like 3 cisterns up in the Dark Age. Now we're going to be doing something similar, not quite as hardcore committed to the stone early on. We're going to be sending 2 villagers out to stone. First villager, he's going to be building a cistern in the middle as well as a house. Villager goes out, builds a mining camp on the stone. One villager goes out, builds a mining camp over on the gold. All other villagers are just going to go over to food, and after the cistern and the house is completed, that villager is also going to be going over to the stone here. Now this build is focused on flexibility. Mainly flexibility. So we have multiple options when we go for this build. So our initial game plan is to do multiple things. We want to be as flexible as possible. We're going to be going for a second cistern in the Dark Age, with the option of going for more cisterns later on as we reach Feudal Age. But most importantly, we want to get our Hippodrome out as soon as possible, get a couple of horsemen out, and from there on out, we're going to be in a really nice spot, flexibility-wise, to decide how do we want to continue playing this game? Are we going to follow up on the aggression with the 2 horsemen? Do we go for additional production buildings? Maybe then lean deeper into mercenary play? Or do we go for a second TC at that point in time? We get the 2 horsemen out, try to get some harass, keep our opponent on the other side of the map, far away from us, because Byzantines, they're a little bit weak early on. And yeah, that gives us a little bit of breathing room to then maybe go for that secondary TC. Now, we went up to 7 villagers on food. After that, we sent a villager out to gold. So now we're on 2 villagers. 1 villager over from stone is going to be building our second cistern. He's going to be connecting that one up as well. With that, we're already going to be having our secondary cistern economy going. We're just sending more villagers over to food for now until we're able to age up. Once we age up, we can go for the Hippodrome. Hippodrome, really great landmark at the moment for the Byzantines. There are some ways that you can play passively with the Grand Winery as well. But in my experience so far, the passive playstyle only works against a few civilizations. Say, for example, you play against the Japanese, maybe then you can pull it off if they don't go for like really early aggression. You play against a civilization like Jeanne d'Arc, you definitely don't want to go for the Grand Winery. Alright, now our age up is going to be coming in. We're going to be aging up with 4 villagers. We actually have a 5th one here right now. He went over from the cistern. He did that automatically, so we're just going to be reassigning him over to wood now. And yeah, right now we got 7 on food, 1 on gold, 1 on stone, 1 on wood. We're going to be sending more villagers out to wood now, just because we want to be able to get some houses out at some point as well. We got this villager here on gold, just so we can slowly get a trickle of gold in. That's going to allow us to get the upgrade from the Imperial Hippodrome, the Explorator's upgrade. That's going to increase the damage of our horsemen by 2 against villagers, and whenever you kill a villager with a horseman, we will also be getting 20 gold. Now this is going to become very important, and it's also the reason why we're going to stop making horsemen after getting 2 out. Because with 2 horsemen and the Explorator's upgrade, you only need to hit a villager 4 times. With 2 horsemen, it means only 2 hits need to happen on a villager in order to kill it while the Triumph ability is active from the Hippodrome, which also gives you a little bit of more movement speed, as well as attack damage on your horsemen. What that allows us to do is to snipe villagers on exposed resources like, say for example, gold, stone, maybe even a wood line if it's not too close to the TC. And overall, we're just going to be able to put up a ton of pressure on our opponent. Now, if you think, okay, usually my opponent, he's just going to pull his villagers, he's going to kill the horsemen easily. If you get 2 horsemen out with the Explorators, they kill the villagers so quickly with the Triumph ability as well. It's going to be tough for your opponent to really get any efficient trades in. We went up to 4 villagers on wood here. After that, we're going to be going back over to food. And now we're just going to be getting our first couple of horsemen out. And now at this point in time, as soon as I get my 2 horsemen in the queue, I know that I'll have enough to get them out. I will just be reassigning my villagers over to stone, over to wood, and now we're just going to be aiming for a second TC in this matchup specifically. Now there are some matchups, as I mentioned, where you don't want to be going for a second TC. This is a matchup against Juji where I definitely can go for a second TC. We also got enough resources for another cistern, so we'll be getting that one up after we finish our second TC at some point. So second TC right now is the priority. We don't want to get another Cistern out before that, just because it's going to delay us a lot. The third Cistern is going to be 150 stone, and that's quite expensive. We got the Exploratorus upgrade in as well. Now, to speed it up, once you get the 2 horsemen out, you can switch the Cistern over to Dialectus. That's going to allow you to get the Exploratorus upgrade in really, really quickly. You can see the upgrades here. They barely take any time at all. Also going to be getting our double Broadex upgrade in for more economy. And now we got our 2 horsemen out on the map. And now you can see, once we activate the Triumph ability, it's only going to take 2 attacks from the horsemen in order to fully kill a villager. 20 gold earned there. And yeah, right now we can just get a lot of aggression onto our opponent, make him stay in his base for a little bit longer, and we're just going to be sitting pretty here, getting some value in. Now it's the AI, didn't react really like a normal player would, but you get the point here, right? You just want to put the aggression on your opponent, you want to be far away from his aggression, and with that, we'll slowly but surely be able to get up to our second TC here in just a little bit. Just need a little bit more wood here at this point in time. Straggler tree to run out, and now we got enough wood to go for that secondary TC. Can put it up over here next to berry bushes. I like to get the second TC up next to berry bushes if they're in the back, especially just because you're going to be protecting those berries. It's going to be a good food source, and you're going to be getting 50% bonus resource with the olive oil from them. So overall, just really, really great source of food there. Of course, you'll also be able to get some mercenaries out eventually. Now behind that, we also got enough stone now for our next Cistern. With that, we're going to be going to Cistern level 3. That's going to be plus 15% economy on all of our villagers. And yeah, this is the overall game plan that you can go for here. You can obviously also follow up on the aggression with archers, for example. Archers is probably the best way to follow up. Since you're going to be getting horsemen out, your opponent will obviously try to go for spearmen next to defend themselves. Archer is going to be the counter to that. Unless your opponent is going to be playing as something like Jeanne d'Arc or French or Rus, then they can get knights out. In that case, you want to be going for spearmen after that. But yeah, we can just scale our economy further. We can get more cisterns up. We can start walling our base a little bit here. Just get the economy game going, because Byzantines in the feudal age are not the strongest. They are far stronger in the castle age and then again in the imperial age. So don't think about going too aggressive onto your opponent. At least I believe that in many situations you won't be able to straight up kill your opponent in the feudal age as the Byzantines. There might be some situations where you might be able to do so, but I think that's rarely gonna be the case. I think in most situations you just want to be playing the economy game, go for the castle age, then the imperial age, and that's probably the best way for you to ultimately win games. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this build order here. If you did, feel free to leave a like on the video, maybe even subscribe to the channel. Also check me out on Twitch, as I am live streaming every now and then over there. With that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one.